Hey,
Chris, Mr. Christopher Jefferson, what's going on, guy?
nothing much, nothing much. It's a beautiful day here in Cali.
And I was just talking about how terrible it look outside in New York.
Oh, really? Is it raining out there?
It's not raining yet, but it looked like it's about to rain any second now.
Ah, man, see,
Been
see.
real gloomy.
Yeah.
How you been though? Everything been all right on your end?
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, it's been cool. It's been pretty chill. I just moved into another apartment, so
Okay.
I got all my stuff everywhere, but
Okay.
other than that, it's been
What
pretty
was
chill.
what was those rent prices went down now that COVID-19 and people like that? That's I would think you would get a break. No, they didn't.
Nah. Ain't cutting no breaks in LA, man.
No break. Listen, I'm in New York, and they're not cutting nothing over here either. So
Yeah, facts, facts, facts.
I'm telling you, man. But
Mhm.
and like just in terms of kind of like your self care. Like, have you been focusing on that during this time?
Oh yeah, man. I'm not the type of person that likes to lose a step.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying? So I've been in here doing my push-ups, my sit-ups, you know what I'm saying?
right.
Getting that in. Reading a lot too, trying to keep the mind sharp. Don't want that to go away. So just stuff like that and just staying informed with what's going on.
Right. I'm telling you, I've been doing the home workout things too. I'm not gonna lie, I can't wait to get to a gym. I don't even
Oh yeah.
house indoors they even doing anything anymore. I'm just doing it as just a muscle memory just to do it. But once I get
Yeah.
them, it's a wrap. I'll probably spend 4 hours the first time I get into a gym.
Oh, so I heard they're opening up 24-hour this week. So
Really.
yeah, I might give it a couple months before I go back. I ain't gonna lie. So
See, I'm telling you, you can't just go right in there. You gotta, slow the roll a little bit, see what happens. Then
yeah.
take it slow.
Uh,
But before everybody, just want to let you guys know we are starting our conversation for our American Soul Wednesdays. Okay, everybody is tuned in for BT American Soul every Wednesday, and now we have Christopher Jefferson here to talk to us, who you guys know as JT. Not gonna lie,
mhm.
didn't think you was come back second season the way you left the first season. Sorry guys, if you have not watched American Soul, there will be some spoilers, but yeah, man, glad to see you here. Thank you so much.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Glad to be here. Glad to be back.
Perfect, perfect. So, even before we get into the episode and excuse me, the show, I really want to talk about kind of like what's going on right now. And I actually
hmm
saw that you were actually out protesting out in LA. Why did you choose that way of supporting? People can spend money, people can sign petitions and things like that. Why was it important for you to actually go out and actually protest?
Man, I wanted to be in the field.
Uh,
You know what I'm saying? I wanted to. I had so much built up frustration and anger because I've been in situations like that before. So it's like I just feel like I needed to get out there and express that hurt, that pain. Especially when I have people following me, you know, looking at what I'm doing. So it's like I want to show them that it's okay to walk the walk instead of just talking the talk. You know what I'm saying?
No, I feel it. What was
So
when you were out there? What was your energy? Because I went out there about 2 weeks ago, last weekend, weekend before, and at first it felt good to go out there and fight for something, but
mhm,
then a part of me was just angry, like. Why are we
mhm,
doing this? Why do we have to do this? You know what I
mhm,
mean? But what,
mhm.
what was what was kind of your feeling being out there?
It was a lot of mixed feelings. First of all, it was I was kind of shocked to see that many people who weren't of color
Right, right,
out there, for the cause. I was like, wow, that's pretty, and a lot of younger generation people too.
right.
So I'm like, okay, yeah, so they get it. They're seeing it. Um, but on top of that, it was just I don't know, man. You know that feeling you get when like you get frustrated, your ear, you're not your ears, but your eyes start to like
Right.
water up a little bit. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yep.
That's kind of how I feel. I wasn't sad, but it was just some type of frustration, man. Just seeing it like, why we've been doing this since 1960s, 1950s. You
Exactly.
know what I'm saying? I'm going on Google and I'm still seeing pictures from the civil rights, and it looks exactly like
Yeah.
what's going on now. So I'm like, man, this is.
I think, I feel like I hope, I'm gonna say I hope. I hope this time is different. And I say it feels that way because to your point, a lot of people out there don't look like us, and a lot in that younger demographic is there too. And it's just so many other people and demographics are just like, yo, this stuff has to stop. Like, we can't keep begging for our lives. Essentially, that's how we feel. We are literally begging
Right.
for equality and to live just like everybody else. And something that we think could be as simple as, oh, you are black, you white, y'all no different. Y'all treated the same. Why is that so hard? So
I know.
tough. It's so tough.
Yeah, it is, man. It is. It is. I'm not even
So
gonna
you
lie.
said that you have an audience, like you have a following and things like that.
Mhm.
What do you think, or do you think, outside of yourself but other people, do you think that black actors have a responsibility to speak up for social injustice? I'm not saying that they necessarily have to go out there, have to march or whatever the case of the various things, but do you think they should at minimum say something?
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, anything that helps. You
Yeah.
know, when you get in a position where you have a voice, you have to use it,
Right.
especially for your own people.
Right.
And it's going to help out your younger generation, your kids, their kids.
Right.
So it's like I feel like they should. Absolutely.
Right. I think
Hmm.
that, when I was, we constantly having this conversation and people are like, where are our leaders? Where are our MLK Juniors? Where are our Malcolm X's? And I'm like, it's 2020. We have social media now. We are those people, and you talk about people having,
Right.
there's so many people that can have this conversation, our dialogue right now, or even the people that's, going on, social media and saying whatever they say, they all have those voices now. It's just different.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm hoping that it stays. I'm sticking with it, and just trying to stay positive. But even on that, in terms of the current state of the black man, what do you think as a black man? Where do you think we are right now in terms of our mentality and how do you feel?
I would say that we're tired.
That's
We're
it.
exhausted, man. Tired, exhausted, frustrated. Um, and I wouldn't say scared or afraid, but there's that sort of like fear of like I can't even go outside without
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like some type of negative coming at me. And that's not even who I am as a person,
Right.
you know? Um, especially when you have to lead, it's just kind of tough trying to lead in a society that looks at you as a threat.
Right.
So I would say, man, tired
Yeah.
running this uphill battle.
Yeah. And I think,
Hmm.
it's so interesting too that, they talk about Ray Shard Brooks that just happened. And excuse
Hmm.
me, they're talking about, oh, he ran and shouldn't have done this stuff like that. And I'm saying you guys are not even understanding at the point of where, as a black man, how you feel. Because right now, if I get pulled over by the cops or police officer or whatever, I feel like it's life or death. And now I'm just
Oh
trying,
yeah,
like there's actually an intense fear that I have that any altercation or interaction or anything with them could result bad on my end. So
absolutely.
people are like, "Oh, don't be scared," or you should be scared, or what's going on, black men? We're afraid, and we're trying to fight.
Right.
That's exactly what we're doing right now. Is fighting for our lives.
Exactly. Exactly. And it's tough because look, I'm from the South, man. I'm from Texas, you
Okay.
know.
Hey.
So I'm used to I'm used to when I was 18, I got pulled over for not having my lights off after just pulling out of my driveway. Next thing you know, I'm against the car, having my car searched
Wow.
as if, I'm in the wrong or something like
Right.
that.
Right.
So that type of mentality has been installed in us even when we were younger. It's just, I don't know, man. It's just tough.
Yeah. It's yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Enough of that. We gotta get hyped before we get real something. So
Yeah.
getting into American Soul, how did it feel to play a part of something that's kind of loosely based off of real events? It's one thing when it's a whole fiction character, make it up as you go,
Uh,
but like a lot of the things are really centered around what happened back in the day. Back to the
uh,
Soul Train. How was it kind of playing in that arena and your thought process on that?
man, I think it's pretty cool when I talk to my parents and they're like, I remember that episode
Wow.
that was shown on American Soul. I remember that. I remember being a little kid watching that episode, Chris, and you're playing in that.
Right.
So I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty dope.
Right.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
That's crazy. I think that a lot of people, again, the younger people who don't necessarily know about Soul Train, or it's one thing for you to watch it, reruns or things like that.
Hmm.
Or to your point, your parents who were actually, a little bit older, who could, have watched it and things like that. It's definitely a different
Hmm.
experience. And was the whole family, once you got the role and was in it, were they really excited for you?
Oh yeah, man. Look, I called my mom's. She cried. My mom's called my dad. My dad called my brother. My brother called my cousins. Everybody. It was a whole big celebration.
Right.
Yeah, they were definitely excited.
So you said that, end of the first season. I don't, and my guy is Shannon. I love Shannon, who
Hmm.
played the sergeant or the
Yeah, Sergeant.
good sergeant. And I
Uh,
said, oh man, he just killed. I thought it was all good. He was gonna help you escape. Then he just died or he tried to stab you, and I thought you was dead. When you
hmm.
were kind of preparing for, I want to talk about how you prepare for the role. Because there's different elements of the role that I thought were very intriguing. But I just talking more about that part of kind of season one, and after you had your table read and stuff like that. What did you think
Hmm.
after you read that? And you was like, damn, you just gone. What was your thoughts on that?
Well, are you talking about the fact of like my character getting
Yes. Yeah.
stabbed? Like, what did I think about that?
Yes.
Honestly, man, I wasn't told that was going to happen probably until 4 days before we filmed it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I didn't get that till later, like towards the end.
Okay.
So when I saw it, I was like, dang. I was kind of hurt. Because when you play a character for so long, you start to care about
That's
him.
it. Right. Right.
Yeah, and for JT, I wanted to see him have like a happy ending.
Right.
But when they said that boy got thrown in the trunk, I was like, oh, dang.
Telling you. Telling you. And then
Yeah.
oh, girl, she just left. And we still getting caught up in stuff. I'm still side eyeing her
Oh
because
yeah.
she left. She hit. I'm not feeling her at all. She just left you there.
Uh,
And she trying to come back and trying to make things crazy.
yeah.
Taking it back to a personal. Have you ever been in a situation to where you think you was in a situation, in some type of relationship or whatever, and you kind of felt like, dang, they just left you like it was nothing? Did you pull from any experiences like that for this?
Oh, facts. Yeah, that was about 2 years ago, dog.
I
That
remember
was real.
time person.
Those reactions that you saw on TV, that was real. That came from a real place.
Right.
So definitely, definitely.
Awesome. Awesome. So talking about the emotions and coming from a real place,
Mhm.
something that even when I watched it was crazy. And that was a scene where you were giving your mother, drugs, the
Mhm.
you wanted. Like, I guess one, how did you prepare for that and to play that role and that?
Man, that took about I'm not gonna lie, that took about 2 weeks of preparation.
Yeah.
Mentally, spiritually, just all kinds of research. I know the funny thing about it is I don't know why there's videos on YouTube on how to make crack.
Wait. Because clearly I never Googled. So there's video. So you just typed in how to make crack?
I went on YouTube, how to make crack.
YouTube. I tell the little kids, there's no reason for y'all not to know how to do anything because YouTube has everything.
Exactly, man. So, yeah, I kind of researched that, looked that up, see what the process was, but as well as like the because that was a real deep scene. It was really emotionally, it took a toll on me emotionally because after I filmed that scene, we filmed it for about 20 minutes, 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
After I filmed that, I was tired for like the next 2 days,
Wow.
just exhausted, sleepy.
Right.
So I really had to, sometimes I just had to, turn off all the lights in the apartment and
Yeah.
find a little place where I could try to dig deep and find that emotion from. I've never experienced something like that,
Right.
but just with the use of imagination, I had to go there.
Right. And it was,
Hmm.
again, watching it from side, it was like, wow, that's, how could you ever? It's one thing for you to do drugs, but then giving someone you care so much, which is bad for them,
Hmm.
and you
Yeah.
because they're fiending for it, they need it, and they're gonna cause a whole situation if
Right.
give it to them. So it was definitely a tough scene. You did very, very well in it, and I mean, you went to YouTube University, so you know what
Facts.
he was doing. So, but that's crazy. That's so crazy.
Hmm. Yes, sir.
In American Soul, there's one episode, and it's so interesting that you're playing this TV show, and
Hmm.
one episode where your co-stars, one of them was he had like the gun was pointed at him in like the convenience store or whatever. The white guy put like a shotgun on him,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
and it's
Kindle. Hmm.
right, and it's so crazy because you look at those things that potentially happened back in the day, and here we are now. Like, how do you look at how do you analyze the current where we are now, plus like playing a character and playing the TV of things that happened back in the day,
Hmm. It's kind of weird to see that nothing has changed. It's kind of interesting to see that nothing has changed, and if it has changed, it's been a little baby step.
Right. Not
All 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 the stuff that I've seen on that show, I've seen in person,
wow.
and this is 2020. This is 2010 through 2020. You know what I'm saying? Me and being in Texas, I can't even walk in the in the store without somebody following me. Like, what's he doing? I come in here to get some Gatorade. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to do anything like that, but it's just crazy to see the slow progress on you know, obvious wrongdoings, injustice, stereotypes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy. Nothing has changed. So many years passed and nothing has changed at all.
Nothing has changed.
So being a part of American Soul, did you know a lot about Soul Train and Don Cornelius and all that? Did you know? Me personally, the stuff that I'm
Mm,
finding out, I'm not gonna lie. Please, no one judge me. But
uh,
the beginning scene when he suicide or shot himself in the beginning,
uh,
I had to Google. I said he killed himself in real life because I
ye-
didn't know. And
yeah.
like, wow. And then that's like really piqued my interest and going
Mm.
crazy like that. But how much did you know about kind of his history and Soul Train?
Honestly, I didn't know what he was going through medically.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that he committed suicide. I didn't know um, just a lot of the struggles that he had to go through behind the scenes, behind the glam and the show airing. About I didn't know any of that stuff. So when I saw it, I was like, dang, he kind of went through a rough time to make a part of history, a part of culture.
Right.
Um, but I did know about Soul Train though.
Okay.
I did know about because my mom, my dad, they was big fans of that. You know what
Yep.
I'm saying? My dad's graduated in 70 something
Oh,
or whatever. So
right?
Yeah, so he always was talking about me growing up. When I grow up, he was always talking about just about Soul Train, the Soul Train dances, the how it was trendy and they were the trends, and it was basically like Instagram
Wow.
for back in the day. You know, you go home and check the feed. Well, you went home, you turn on TV, you turned on Soul Train.
Wow.
So yeah,
Good.
yeah.
So even talking about your family, you know, I know their music and all that stuff is a big part of your family, and even you know, singer, play instruments, dance as well. Um,
Mhm.
I know you've put out music before. I know you're doing the acting thing now, but what lies in the future? Will music come back to you? Would that be something you'll start to be big on and promote and all of that?
Oh, it's already starting. I never left it.
So where we at? I went to the Instagram. I was trying to see kind of clean,
Uh-huh.
but
Uh-huh.
you know, you're not like the rest of us junkies on Instagram and stuff. You don't post as much the selfies here.
Uh-uh.
But
Uh-uh.
always, so that's you've continued and continue to move forward with that. So we looking at
Mhm.
an album and things like that coming soon.
Uh-huh. Personal project. I got a single dropping probably within the next couple weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. It's
Okay,
being finished up right now. So all the music is dropping, trust me.
perfect.
It's coming. I'm kind of being low key about it, you know what I'm saying? But when it drop,
Right,
you'll hear it.
you're gonna know it. All right,
You
well,
gonna know it.
let us know so we can tell everybody about it for sure.
No doubt, no doubt.
Perfect, perfect. And just two more questions for you.
Mhm.
Or is just as a black man, and seeing other black men growing up, what is your advice to them?
As a black man, I would definitely just say, hey man, um, keep the 10 toes down. That's for sure. Stay firm, stay solid. Um, be as informed as you can about yourself, your history, as well as the field that you're trying to move into,
Right.
because you got to have a balance of both to get to the next level.
Yep.
Um, and you're going to spend a lot of the time you know, proving your worth, proving what you can do, proving you're not a stereotype.
Right.
You know, just be prepared for that.
Perfect. Perfect. And
Hmm.
what can we look forward to from JT and Christopher Jefferson? I need you to tell me something. What? Come on, the season. We still got some episodes left.
Uh,
We gonna get something real. We gonna see some crazy stuff.
oh yeah, oh definitely, definitely,
See,
definitely.
that's enough.
I
That's good enough to say.
He ain't getting thrown in the trunk. That's for sure. That's all I can say.
No, the way you've been handling yourself. Now you like a bodyguard or a little security guard or whatever, moving stuff.
Uh-huh.
No, no more, no more Trump.
Yeah. No more of that. No more of that. JT ain't no punk no more. Trust me.
That's it. And
Yeah.
for Mr. Jefferson, what can we look
Mhm.
for? I know you got music coming up. Any other projects that we could look forward to that you're part of? Anything like that?
Not at the moment. Besides music and besides just venturing off into other opportunities. I would say success. Really.
That's it. Sir, I appreciate it. Guys, make sure you tune in to American Soul tonight. We're going to see this guy continue to do what he does. Christopher Jefferson, I appreciate you. Amazing job. Thank you guys for tuning in, and y'all have a good night.
All right, man. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.